Hello everyone, my name is Aileen Ramos and my classmate Carla Alvarez. Today we are going to talk about the special cases in the three diagrams in English language. So I'm going to start with the first question, that is how to diagram conjunctions in the three diagrams. Well, in conjunctions we have coordinating and subordinating conjunctions. And the coordinating conjunctions is when you connect two words or phrases together using a fan voice, like or, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. And we don't use a comma. So I'm going to explain the first sentence. And we have here, Dr. Chen employ nurses, and nurses die or recover. So we have here two sentences, as you can see. Why we have two sentences? Because it is joining a conjunction, and we have two subjects, and we have a verbs. So for that, we have two sentences in a one sentence. So in the top in the tree, we are going to write a sentence that is, there is a sentence. And after that, we have to put the categories about the sentence. But in this case, we have to put S again. Why S again? Because we have two sentences in one sentence, so we have to specify about that. And the first sentence, we have a noun phrase, and the noun phrase is Dr. Shen. And the sentence, we have a verb phrase. And the verb phrase, the categories that we have here is a verb and noun phrase. In verb, we have employ. In noun phrase, we have nurses. So here we have Dr. She employ nurses. That is the first sentence. And after that, the S that is located in the top in the tree, we are going to put a line in this, and we're going to write the C, that is a conjunction. Why? Because in this case, we are going to join two sentences in one sentence. So for that reason, we are going to put the conjunction here, that is and. So now, we are going to we have the second sentence, that is that we have a noun phrase and verb phrase. And the noun phrase here is nurses, that is a noun. And the verb phrase, we have here die. We have here a conjunction, and we have here a verb. Why we have here a conjunction in a verb phrase? Because it's joined a verb phrase. It's a verb phrase. So for that reason, we have here a verb that is die, a conjunction or, and verb that is recover. So that completes the sentence. Dr. Chen employ nurses, and nurses die or recover. So now we have the second question, that is, what means ambiguity in syntax? Well, is when you have a phrase that can be given two different interpretations, where the two different interpretations differ in the grammar in what grammatical categories are assigned to different parts of that phrase. So for that, I'm going to explain a sentence about this. So we have here one sentence that said, the government asked us to save soup and waste paper. Well, here we have two different interpretations of that sentence. It might be saying that the government asks us to save two things, that is soap and waste paper. Or it may be understood as saying that the government is asking us to do two things. First, to save soap, and secondly, to waste paper. Those are two different interpretations, and they differ not in the meaning of any particular word. They differ in how you're supposed to understand the nature of the government's request as the government asking us to do two things, one involving saving and one involving wasting. Or is the government asking us to do one thing involving saving, but saving two different kinds of things, soup and waste paper? Now we have the third question, that is how to diagram auxiliary verbs in the three diagrams. Auxiliary verbs can be modal verbs, verbs to be, and verbs to have. But now I'm going to explain some examples about that. And the first one is verbs must eat the sets. Must is a modal verb. So for that is an auxiliary verb because it's helping the verb that is it. And we're going to start to put S on the top one tree. S, that means that is a sentence, right? And the subcategories is a noun phrase. We have a noun phrase that is a noun, and the noun here is verse. And the sentence, we have to put a line that is the auxiliary because it's a modal verb. So we have to put right, must. And we have a verb phrase. In verb phrase, the subcategories, we have a verb and a noun phrase. If the verb here is it, in the noun phrase, we have subcategories that is the determiner and the noun. And the determiner is the, and the noun is sets. So is the verse must eat the sets. Well, and I'm going to explain the second sentence that is a little deeper.
Hello everyone, my name is Carla Alvarez Hanar, and I'm going to continue with the next question. Is how to diagram complement sentence. That is almost difficult, but not impossible. Okay, the example is John believed that Katie knew that Mary helped George. Here we have two sentences. We have two sentences without comma. So I'm going to explain how to diagram. In the top of the diagram, we have a S. That S have two subcategories, and that is a noun phrase and verb phrase. Noun phrase, it's a noun with John. But in verb phrase, we have two subcategories. That is verb and complement phrase. Here, as you can see, we have at the first complement phrase, we have two sentences, and in that sentence without commas, so we need a complement phrase. But we have a verb that is believe, and the complement phrase we have another subcategory, that is complement and sentence. In the complement for that sentence is that, In the sentence, we have two subcategories more. That is noun phrase and verb phrase. Noun phrase, the noun Katie, and the verb phrase has two another subcategories. That is verb and another complement phrase. As you can see in that sentence, the complement phrase is like it is the same word, but the verb of that sentence is new. And the complement sentences have two categories. That is a complement and a sentence. Why? Because here start the second sentences. So the complement for that sentence is that. And the sentences have another subcategory, that we have a noun phrase and verb phrase. Noun phrase with noun Mary, and a verb phrase have two another subcategories. I'm sorry. That is a verb and a noun phrase. The verb is helped, and the noun phrase is a noun George. So as you can see, it's a long diagram, but if you know what it is, each one word, it's simple. I'm continue with the last question is how to diagram questions. How to diagram questions. The example is, where are you? It's a simple question, but it's a question. Where are you? That question we have to convert and a sentences and a normal sentences. For example, you are where? You are where? And how to diagram? We have that scheme. What happened in that part? In that part, we have a subject. In that part, we have a verb. What happened with that? Here, have to write or have to diagram the complement of the sentence. Here you have to write the complement of the sentence. Here a subject, here a verb, and here the complement of the sentence. For that example is where, but you can put another word, but that function is complement of the sentence. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you like it. See you soon.